from 2 a.m. calls. Zero communication. Yeah, we spent too long in heaven. Yeah, we felt the elevation. Just kind of different and we're not the same. Cause anything's have to change. I got no trouble with my pride. Got trouble cutting tight.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janey. If you are new, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow your girl on all social media. So today our setup is a little bit different. We are on the couch because I kind of want our wine down Wednesday to be a little bit more chill. I feel like I've given you guys like a bunch of reviews and recommendations on wine, and I will still leave like a link to the Vivino for the bottle of wine that I'm going to show you guys. But I think I just kind of want to do like a quick little wind down chit chat for this Wednesday. So let's see, depending on the response we get, we might try and incorporate this, you know, like twice a month. We'll see. No promises being made. But either way, grab yourself a glass and let's get into this video. So tonight I will be drinking a wine from the brand Erasmo, and this is a Grenache red blend. I think it's, I want to say it's 14%. Yes, it's 14%, and I think it was $18. I'll look for my receipt and I'll put it up on the screen how much I spent. But I'm gonna leave the Vivino link for everything about it down in the description. I have not drank it yet. I just like uncorked it so that I can come and sit in the chair, because who's about to bring the wine opener all the way over here? Not me. So cheers, guys. So tonight I kind of want to talk about like building and sustaining relationships, and relationships in terms of like platonic friendships, like a girl group, your guy group, like your platonic friends, not like your romantic relationship. Because I feel like a lot of people always talk about, oh, this is what you need to do in your relationship to not be toxic and blah 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 blah. But a lot of people don't know how to actually be a friend. And I don't have like a humongous friend group. I've realized in the long run that I'm not necessarily a big people's person. Like I have like a small group, and even in some situations like I'll have multiple small groups, but that's based off of the fact that I'm not originally from New York. So I have my Antiguan friend group, and then I have my American friend group, and then I have like my family. But I realized it's really, really hard to make genuine friendships as an adult, especially in your 20s. Like I feel like most people in their 20s who have like a roaring friend group are the ones who they've kept the same friends from like teenagehood, college years, like those type of people. For me, I moved here when I was 18, so I feel like everyone kind of already had like their little cliques going on, and then being from somewhere else, it was just kind of hard to maneuver through actually making genuine friendships. And then when I made them, they weren't necessarily sustainable because I felt like I was putting in more than I was getting. So at this point in my life, like I really feel like it's hard as hell to make friends in your 20s. Like I'm 26 and I can count on my hand like how many people I can genuinely call if I have like a problem. People that aren't like my family or my significant other. Like I can genuinely count on my hand how many people I can call on. And I feel like having associates is cute until you're really going through something. Like building these relationships are things that will help you in the long run. And though I have like an almost solid pack at the moment, I feel like I personally know I can do better in terms of friendships and in sustaining them. As I said earlier, I feel like in your 20s, if you didn't already have a clique during high school or college, it's harder for you to make friends because everybody's already in a clique. It's like they might bring you into their clique, or they're already so good with themselves that they're not really interested in making new friends. And I feel like that can be really sucky. And even when you do get like into some of these cliques, you start realizing that they don't even really like each other. Like I've been around certain cliques, I'm like, oh my god, this is like exactly what I would want. Like I bet when somebody gets married, like the bridesmaids and the bride and the groomsmen, like it's gonna be cute. It's like they have enough people to like have like, you know, like those cute little Instagram pictures. Like it was giving cute, but then the closer into it I got, I was like, wow, majority of you guys don't like each other. A lot of you guys talk about each other. This is not the type of like friendship I want. Like, I want people who are gonna motivate me, people who are at different levels in their life. So it's like some people that I can help out, some people that they can help me out in terms of like advice, mentorship, like things to do, building lasting memories amongst ourselves. And I just, I say it's hard. I feel like this is gonna be kind of all over the place because I just have so much to say about it. Like, it's just all over the place. But it's hard because everybody else already has their friend group, even though sometimes those friend groups are not shit. And then I feel like another reason why it's hard is because people are now in this social media type of era where it's, we're good to be friends online, but when it comes to actually hanging out, nobody actually hangs out anymore. And if they are hanging out, it's usually something based off of, oh, what clout can I get? Or what can I use you for? And things like that. And it's like, bro, can we go and get coffee? Can we go to a bookstore? Can we do like a museum? Like, me and a friend were having a conversation the other day and we were talking about how hard it is to make friends because we both used to use Bumble. Like, we use different apps to like meet friends, and we're just like, yeah, half the people on there, it's kind of sad, but it's like some of these people really need these apps because they don't have any social skills and they don't want to try. Or some people, maybe they're suffering with like depression and stuff like that, and like they just aren't able to try to build an actual relationship outside of social media or texting or whatever the app is. But it's like, how are we gonna be friends and I've never seen you? Like, we've never hung out. Texting is all cool, a phone call is all cool, but what is your vibe like in person? Like, can we go someplace? Do we have like the real similar interests? Because people can say anything like, oh, I love reading, and then we go meet at like a Barnes and Nobles that has a Starbucks, we pick out some books and it's like, oh wow, we're gonna stay here? Yeah, like, I thought you liked to read, because I like to read. I do this regularly. Like, I can do this with or without you, but I thought like, I thought we were on the same page, but clearly we're not. And just sidebar, this wine is amazing. I want to say it's semi-sweet, but it's closer to dry. And I don't like sweet stuff, so the fact that like I can see myself chugging this is crazy. So shout out to the Grenache. Like, this red blend, it's blending. It's doing what it needs to do. I'm a fan. But anyways, it's just, it's ghetto out here. People don't want to try. Everybody is just out for self. Nobody wants to make like a genuine connection. And then like the apps I was talking about, me and my friend were like comparing horror Bumble dates, like, because there's a Bumble BFF, which I kind of recommend, but at the same time it's like you can either find an amazing person. Like, I found a really good person who's still in my life to this day, and that's great. Love her to death. That's my boo. Great. But then other people I interacted with, it was like we would be good for like a month or two, sometimes 3, and then it would just go downhill. It would either be all they want to do is party, all they ever want to do is go out. Like, it's never, hey, let's do some chill shit in the house. Like, hey, let's have like a little picnic or like a barbecue. It was always, what club are we going to? How can we go blow through $300 in one night on dinner? Like, I'm all for the luxury, go outside, spend money on like food. I'm always here for a good like girls' night. But when that's 3, 4, 5 times a week, firstly, I like to cook. Secondly, I do still like my house. And thirdly, that shit adds up. Like, I can waste money just like anybody else can. Like, I've wasted money on some dumb things, but to consciously go out spending money when I know I have food at home, like, why? For what? Why? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. And then they get offended when you try and say like, well, hey, can we do something a little bit more like chill, low-key? Like, how about like we cook together? Like, I'll bring the wine, or like I'll cook, you bring the wine. Like, I've had offers like that, and motherfuckers they do not care. Like, they're like, oh, it's fine, like I'll just figure it out. And the next thing you see them online and they're out eating with somebody else. I was like, wow, you just really wanted company to go out to eat. Okay, fine, do you. I'm not judging, I don't care. But I hate the fact that friendships always have to come with doing something outlandish or extravagant, it just cannot be chill. Like, let's talk. Let me know your big three in astrology. Like, let's talk about jobs, like relationships, ex-relationships, like trauma. Like, let's actually have a basis for our friendship, not, oh well, it's fun to go out. Okay, I can go out by myself. You're not necessarily adding anything to the table other than, hey, it's easier to get my pictures taken, but I have a tripod that I can bring. Like, not. The world is just ghetto. Like, it's ghetto. Like, these apps are ghetto. But those are like just like the bad things with making friends. However, I feel like I'm at a stage now where I go out by myself a lot. Like, I'm a solo date queen. I feel like everybody, regardless of relationship status, family status, friendship status, it doesn't matter. I think everybody should take themselves out on a date like once a week, once every 2 weeks. Because of my work schedule at the moment, it hasn't happened for the past 3 weeks. But your girl loves a good solo date. And I've realized something with me. It's like, because I go out on a solo date and in my mind I'm like, hey, you're here for yourself. I don't put the effort into talking to other people who are there solo. So I'll go to like this bar in New York called Crown Alley. Amazing, cute little place. Me and the bartender, like, we have a great rapport. We're good, because I've gone there like 3 or 4 times already. Really nice guy who's always there. He's cool. His name is Jay. Hey Jay, I gave you my YouTube, hopefully you watch. And sometimes there are like other people who came by themselves who are sitting at the bar. And I've realized to myself as I was having a conversation with my friend, I was like, I've never made the effort to like talk to anybody. Like, I've never said, hey, well, I'm here alone. This person seems to be alone, or maybe even if they're waiting on somebody to come. Why don't I try and have a conversation with them? Like, hey, did you come here by yourself? Is this your first time? Like, I know how to clearly start a conversation, but it's never been in my mind. So I feel like that can be a really good way of making friends, like when you're on like a solo date. However, I have started having conversations with strangers in like little places. Like, I went to the library the other day. There's this girl that was there. She was asking me for, what was she? I think she was asking for like directions or advice of how to like sign up for something. I can't remember. But she asked me a question. I answered her. She went about her way. And then the next week she was there again, and then she spoke to me. And I was like, this girl has gone out of her way to speak to you twice. Why don't you invite her out? So I was like, hey, what are you doing today? Like, I'm free after 5. And she was like, oh wow, I get off work at 5. And I was like, do you want to go to happy hour? And she was like, oh sure. Like, I get off at like 5, sometimes 5:30, but what time does happy hour end? And I was like, we can find a place that goes until 7. How does that sound to you? And we exchanged information, and that exact night we went out to eat. I knew sis, I couldn't even tell you how many few hours I knew her for. And we went out, we had an amazing time. We saw each other the next day. It was like, wow, look at me out here, like putting myself out there again to make friendships and not just going based off of the trauma that a lot of people can be crappy people. They can be like nasty friend groups. Like, I have that trauma already, but I do see in myself that I have to step away from that and give people a chance to be friendly to me, and I also need to be friendly to others. Like, I actually need to start being more forward and asking people like, hey, do you want to hang out? What is it that you're interested in? Blah blah blah. Because the people who I was trying to hang out with, who I thought we were friends or at least acquaintances or associates, anytime I'm trying to hang out, it's always what's the word that I'm looking for? It always seems like pulling teeth. Like hey, I thought we were cool, so let's hang out. But then it's like, oh, I'll get back to you. And it seems like whenever that person has nothing going on, that's when they want to hit you up. So it's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I just want to build organic relationships, put myself out there, find like-minded people, people who are like caring about their future, wanting to expand, like growing careers, things like that. Like, I really want those types of friends, people who do believe in like travel and experiences, but who also know how to fit the mold of something chill. Like, you come over, I come over, we chill, we cook, we read, we drink some wine, we watch Netflix. Like, I want those good friendships as well. So I know this video is kind of all over the place. I feel like I took a lot of it to just rant about how I realized that friendships are way harder to maintain and to keep up with and to build than I was expecting my 20s to be. I really thought like, you came out here being legal in the world, you're a great person, everyone should love you, and you'll just have a bunch of friends. But no, although I don't necessarily care about having a bunch of friends, I do see the importance of having good people around you, good energies around you, and things like that. People you can confide in and talk to. Like, you need that sometimes. So cheers to working on making better friendships all 2022 and building relationships that are worthy of you and your time and your energy that you are putting in. So guys, if you are new to this channel, sorry to let you know that we do not leave any Wine Down Wednesday with wine in our glasses. So if you guys have anything left, time to chug. So please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow your girl on all social media. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!